Today we're going to talk about Workbench installation notice at Fab. As an equipment engineer, you handle the Workbench is a very big, serious job because it's 100 of the wafer inside your equipment. And in the emergency situation or the big service case, you got to need to know the final hand valve, not auto isolation valve, just hand valve, hand to close and hand to open, hand valve of the exhaust, hand valve of the gas, for example the nitrogen, hand valve of the main drain, hand valve of the DI water in, DI water out, hand valve of the chemical in, chemical out, and drain of the chemical. Even the hand valve of the hot water in. So the hand valve is very important because some automatic control valve, or we call it remote control valve, failure, out of order, you got to use your hand to open or close to take care of the emergency case or the servicing case immediately. So you got to remember all the hand valve position, not just know it existing. You got to know its correct position and to open or close it immediately. And as a service equipment engineer, you got to take the litmus papers all the time with you to test if it is a chemical or water. Chemical and water has a different take care procedure. You got to know it at first. If the chemical you test, you got to warn another man around the equipment to be care of the chemical and call the facility to do some SOP for the chemical leak emergency case. And you got to know where is the absorbent paper put position. As you find the water or the chemical leakage, you have to close the hand valve or close the remote valve immediately. Then you got to use the absorbent paper to suck the leakage out to avoid the liquid spread and extendly. And you got to know the wet dry vacuum machine position. Sometimes the leak is too serious. You got to use this machine to vacuum it up, to vacuum the leakage chemical or the water liquid by this machine. So you got to know the hand valve open and close all the liquid piping, and you got to take with you with litmus paper, and you got to know the position of the wet dry vacuum machine and the absorbent paper's position to deal with the emergency case. And you got to know the power panel to control your workbench. Please don't easy to touch the main power. That is the main power of the whole workbench equipment, and sub power just with control a big assembly power and a device power, and just control like a very small device, just like concentration analyzer or a fan and so on. A small thing, device power, you got to know it. And the main power, the only power of it just emergency status, because shut down the main power of the whole bench. There are many functions you cannot use it, you cannot operate to deal with the emergency case. So don't easily to power off the main power. Just a very serious emergency, for example, already fire or already a poison gas over ppm to kill people. If you have time, power shutdown and sub power off. The sub assembly power off is not so big a range of the main power, just a big device power. It's used during annually factory service usage. And device power, the small device power, the power of it just service with the device. And the fire sensor and the hazard gas sensor and the extinguisher system never off, never stop. It's a very dangerous thing, so you never stop this device power. And machine should install the UPS. The UPS backup power for emergency status, and the hard disk copy real-time device to get the copy of the hard disk anytime. Use the real-time mode to avoid the software disappear or the software got wrong. And there is a chemical vapor pollution to all fab situation. If the workbench there is a window and a service door, if you not sealed it very completely and the exhaust pressure is not enough, the chemical vapor inside your workbench will leak out to all over around the fab, and all fab wafer and other equipment get pollution from your chemical vapor is very serious thing. So seal the window and door completely and the exhaust pressure get enough and keep steady, and don't just open the seal door or seal window before you isolate other equipment. And release the window. A glass window is to let you to look at inside to do the service, but unsuitable being light reference can hurt your product wafer inside the workbench. For example, inside the workbench there's a wafer just with photoresist, and it cannot accept UV reference light beam, and the fab in the etching, not in the lithography zone. The etching zone have a visual light and some unsuitable UV light through the window to attack the wafer. It causes low yield of the wafer. So unsuitable beam light, we got to do protection to isolate it. We seal the window and cover it with specific paper or coverage material to the whole windows of the workbench to avoid unsuitable beam light damage to inside the wafer, to the wafer inside. Okay, let's see you next time.